AfterBuzzers. Welcome back to Braxton Family Values panel. We have Secrets and Rumors. Episode 24 is Tamar moving to Africa, ring shopping for Trina, and is Towanda pregnant? Our special segment, News and Gossip and more. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Okay.
Listen. If we can literally get up and do it, I would stand right here and do it.
Hey, listen, y'all. We know how to get the party lit, okay? Hey, guys. Welcome back. You know, we have to introduce y'all with some love and some light, like I always like to say. But welcome back to the Braxton Family Value panel. So before we get into the show, I'm your host, Sierra Stafford, and to the left of me, I have Imani.
Hey, Guys. What's up? You got Imani J in the building, as, you know, most of the time.
Yes, come on, most of the time. Sometimes. And of course, I am Tyler Tyson.
And I am Erika Hunter.
Yes, just lovely. Okay, so this episode was called Secrets and Rumors, but you know, I don't think we got much of that, but you know, we'll just go with it. You know, it's something always happening with the Braxtons regardless. So the episode started off with Tamar and Dave. You know, they're off to a good start. They're actually going pretty good in my surprise. I don't know how y'all feel about them, but he actually wants her to meet his mom, and his family actually still lives in Nigeria, which is where he's from. So how do you feel about, you know, meeting someone's mom? That's a big deal. And he was like, not only do I want you to meet her, but fly to Nigeria where you got to get shots. So how y'all feel about that?
I think,
Our
you know,
founder,
this is
Kevin
exciting
Undergaro, and me,
for their
Maria Menounos,
relationship.
would
You
like to thank
obviously
you for
wanna
tuning
be
in
able
to
take that
AfterBuzz.
next step with that person that you're interested in. Something that I found interesting, though, was Tamar saying that she's never had to meet her mate's mother. And it comes back to when Vince, you know, was in the picture. His mom obviously was deceased. Right. So she's never had that experience before. So I think, you know, my nerves are up for her. I'm like, girl, that's a big deal, but go ahead and go to Nigeria.
I'm glad you
Yeah, I didn't even pick that one up.
Yeah.
She always get them good little things that you miss.
Well,
always.
I caught when she said it, but I was confused. Like, you didn't meet Vince's mom, but I didn't but I'm glad you cleared it up. I didn't know she had passed. So
I think it's cool that she's going to Nigeria to meet his parents. There are a couple things that I do find odd. First of all, the fact that it's been 6 months that they've been dating, and we talked like another show about how long should it be before you meet someone. I think 6 months is respectable considering their age, considering everything else. But what's interesting to me is that he's knocking on the door of like 85, and he never brought anybody home to meet mom. Like,
she's in Africa.
I don't give a darn. She's still in Africa. She's still in Africa, and he's bringing somebody now.
If I can get Tamar, why can't I get anybody before Tamar to come? So
it's one thing if like you're in your 20s, maybe your early 30s, and you haven't brought anybody home. Okay, cool. Maybe you haven't had any serious relationships. Sir, you are every bit of 65, and you have never. Well, listen, I'm trying to be nice now. I'm dropping it. You didn't bring anybody to meet your mom.
I don't know if that was a stretch or a reach. Maybe he was just trying to be, you know, I don't know.
No, I mean, maybe she's a superstar.
Or maybe he's telling on himself.
I was just going to say, is that seen as a red flag?
That's a red flag for me.
Look at this.
I mean, yeah, because that's weird. And like you said, at his age, why am I the first? Like, I'm pretty, and you've dated before me. So that
now I'm starting to think like,
I'm sorry. I hate to judge something.
Listen, let the gossip trains run. Something is going on over there.
Wow. Well, either way, it's a very nice experience, like you were mentioning. I did hear her when she pointed out that this is her first time experiencing this, and that was really interesting because it's like, not only is it meeting his family, but she's going to Africa, and we all know I didn't get the chance to actually follow through with my Africa trip, but thankfully. It's so much that you have to, not only the shots, it's so much of a culture shock, even though, you know, we're Black in America, and she's going to go out there and see how they live and how their whole setup is. So I think it's going to be a wonderful experience for her, and I hope that she doesn't be the dramatic Tamar.
I don't think she's going to. No, I don't think.
I don't know. I think that's why Vince was over her.
No, because Tamar, she turns it on and off, though.
She does,
but it turns back on so fast.
You said it last time. She's on the show. She's going to always be there on the show. Now, with the cameras not rolling, she might not be, but if they show this to us on the show, she's going to have a moment. She's going to have a Tamar moment.
She might have one, but it'll probably be I just don't see her going all the way to Africa in front of this man's mom like popping off and doing a lip smack. I just don't see her doing that. Now behind closed doors, 100%, absolutely yes, but not in front of his parents. So I think she's gonna keep it real cute in front of mom.
Yeah, I think so
hope
too.
I hope so.
I hope so, because I really don't
Fingers
know.
crossed.
I can't see it.
Well, I mean, let us know what you're thinking. I mean, it is still beautiful that he wants her to go. So I really do hope that it's something that pushes him forward and not pushes him back.
Yeah.
Where are they
like-
going though? Like, what's the end goal?
I didn't even think they were gonna get to that.
Me neither.
moment.
That's why I'm like,
I thought it was just a little fling. She's like, oh, he's so fine.
Which
So I'm
he's
like,
not.
maybe she's ding-a-ling-matized. And so,
Ding-a-ling-matized.
yeah, that's a new one.
we'll get into that.
That's a new one. So, it could be a good thing.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, let's hope they're moving on down to wedding bells like Trina is. So, as we know, Towanda is the sister that everyone runs to. She's like the mama sister of the clan. So, Towanda and Vaughn, which is Vaughn is the Trina's boyfriend. So, they went out to go engagement ring shop. So, that was pretty quick. But I mean, they're excited. He picked out three rings that he liked. So, what did you guys think about the rings? Were they
Beautiful.
Trina approved?
I love when Towanda did the little Winnie the Pooh Baltimore voice that Trina does.
She didn't know it. She didn't know it.
I was just like, yeah,
That
that
is
was
so
her.
Trina.
And not only that, I think it's just so sweet for him to do what the sisters do. They all go to Towanda. He's a part of the family. If Towanda is that go-to person, then that's who she is. And I also thought it was interesting that he said, she's Trina. I gotta pull this out right. And I'm like, I respect that he even considered that, because some men out here would be like, look, it's all about the marriage. So,
Or I'm getting what I can get.
Listen,
Yeah. And he's like, no, this has to be right. And he
right.
said, this is my last
Yes,
time.
yes.
I said, oh,
yes.
Now, what number is he on?
good man.
This is his third marriage.
This is
he's going
third?
This
to,
is-
right?
it's
Or is
both
it-
their third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think they both got to count. Just know that.
Well, I love what I
Mileage over
appreciate.
there.
I love the fact that because I'm a guy that is so not my area. Like picking out a ring and that's just not anything that Tyler can do. So I appreciate that. But when you can't do, you have to acknowledge your faults. And he called on the perfect person, because I feel like Tawanda's the closest sister to Trina, to go and pick out like what she would like. Because the last thing you want to do is pick out a ring that you're not even gonna like. Like, you look at it, you like, dang,
I wanna
really
say
like,
yes to you, but not to
really
this
like
ring.
him, but this ring is trash. And then you end up exchanging it anyway. Like,
Right.
And then it kind of defeats the purpose. You know, it's kind of like when you get a Christmas gift and you don't like it. You're like, hey, mama, now I'm gonna go back and take it back.
But thank you.
Thank you.
But thank you.
I hated that. I'm sorry.
Did you guys peep how excited Towanda was, though, in trying on the rings? Like, it was one thing for her to be there and support Vaughn in trying to pick out a ring, but I noticed how excited she was to physically put on the ring herself.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think Tawanda's enjoying this more than Vaughn is, because
But she's
she's
a
thinking in
woman.
her head, like, maybe I could be next, you know?
Yeah.
But she's really always excited for her sisters. I think
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
like
very
the way
much.
they're just excited for each other. And then I love how she has a relationship with him, because she was like, okay, great, now you're taking me to lunch.
Right.
And I'm like, I thought that
Yeah,
was cool.
yeah.
So
Tawanda's now my favorite sister. It used to be Trina.
who used to? Oh, okay.
Used to be Trina. Now Tawanda's my absolute favorite sister.
I don't think I had a
I have a
favorite.
favorite.
Yeah.
She's my
You know what?
favorite.
Like, I was just telling.
She's
I was
so
watching with
cool.
my grandma, and I'm like, all three except Tamar are my favorite.
Really?
I have a favorite quality in each of them, but Tamar, I can't find it right now.
Oh wow.
Really? You don't think she's just
She's
funny?
hilarious.
Yeah,
She's
Tamar's
not
funny.
to me. I'm like, oh my god, Root.
She's such a
Bye.
cancer.
She is hilarious.
For a while, mine
I am.
was Traci, but I feel like Traci, she hasn't been showing much of.
Tracy is on this pity
Personality,
party right
yeah.
now that I just don't
know
get.
what's going on with Tracy.
This whole, and then like somebody in our chat. Oh, shout out to our chat room, Cammie Thompson, as well as R1997_. What's up to y'all?
Thank you. Hey.
Somebody in the chat room last week had talked about, oh, well, Tracy's the classic middle child. So what she's putting out there is just classic symptoms of a middle child. Well, it's like Tawanda's a middle child too. Tracy's third from the top. Tawanda's third from the bottom. They're right back to back, and they do not act the same way.
Wait, who's the second oldest? I know it's Tony.
Isn't it what's the guy?
Oh,
Oh, their
The
brother.
brother.
He don't count. We talking
He
about the
does,
girls.
but I'm just saying, like, but still, so it's like.
middle child thing.
I just
Yeah.
feel like being the middle child sometimes is an excuse when you have a clan of children like this. That's not an excuse. Like Tracy suffers from just low self-esteem and not feeling confident in herself enough to express her emotions. And when she doesn't do that, then she internalizes it and lashes out at everybody else. And it's like, nah, if you would address your own issues and be like, you know what, Tamar, I'm mad at you for these reasons, all of this mess would there wouldn't be a show, actually. But
I guess it's probably hard for her to communicate that with Tamar specifically. We seen that with the Iyala show. Like, they all hide their feelings, and Traci specifically, but she does have that underlying beef with Tamar right now. So she's probably just like, I'm over it. I supported my sister, but right now I have to keep her at a distance. So maybe she's just trying to avoid the beef, but it's apparent
just address
in her
Yes, we can definitely
mannerisms.
see it in your face.
Yeah, and I think maybe she just doesn't have a storyline to me. Of all the sisters, like, she herself does not have anything that we're following.
Yeah, I was gonna say, take out the Tamar part. We just still haven't gotten nothing from her the entire. But the only thing we got was when she went on tour with Tamar. That was like
That was
the biggest
still
thing.
Tamar.
When
Yeah.
she had her own little moment of fame when they all left and she came
last
back.
season.
Last season,
Well,
so
the beginning of this season. Because that was still
Yeah.
part of the season. Yeah.
but a little hiatus.
But look how the show went when everybody left, and it was just Traci. It still wasn't Traci. They had to go bring in Flavor Flav, and we had to go get I Love New York and Phaedra and all these other people to try to make a show because Traci's life is boring. Like, she's married, which marriage is great, but when you've been married for however many years, to the viewing public, that's boring. Your husband doesn't do anything that we care about. I can't speak for y'all, but I venture to say he's not eye candy.
At all.
No, we said Sean was the first fine man at the. Yeah.
So it's like there's nothing going, and then it was like, oh, well, we're gonna play up the fact that she's about to be a grandmother. Her son had a baby. We don't care about that either. Like,
we barely see the sign. So how young
whatever.
this is a kid, the grandchild? We
I
barely
kind of
see.
want to see the grandchild, though. That would be nice if they brought on the grandchild.
But honestly though, we don't
that.
see none of their kids. I mean, we used to, but we more see just Logan. We don't really see no one else.
and even
kids.
he's in and out. Like, you don't see him that much either.
No, just wait.
Don't do the baby like that.
I don't remember.
That was an insider, y'all. It wasn't no real
listen.
shade.
Yes.
I mean, I like Tamar a little bit. It's not like,
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll see. Well, who do give us a storyline is you guys. So tell them how they give us a storyline.
Hey guys, you can find our storylines. Before we move on to that next topic, we just wanted to say thank you for making us the ESPN of TV Talk. For us to continue to grow, we need your help. If you're on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on iTunes, please give us that 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved in the conversation. Being a part of AfterBuzz has meant so much to all of us, and we truly appreciate you supporting us and doing what we love. Don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our shows.
Yes.
Come on.
That was
5-star.
I know. You just soothing Tori.
I feel like it's a morning show.
Right?
Like, she got her coffee,
I got
you know.
actually my tea. It's keeping me warm. I'm sipping my
I'm
tea
doing the
here.
weather, news and traffic. Like, come on.
But
we
the
got
main
this.
thing is to get involved with the show. We have
Yes.
our live chat popping off. We really appreciate that, communicating with all of you. So keep it coming.
Keep it going, yes. And we have 2 more episodes left, so just keep juicing it up for us, okay? So, listen, guys. You know, just keeping it juicy. Is Towanda pregnant? Let's just get into it. Why did everyone go? Sorry. But you know,
Look, I want to know what he got to say.
But before
He knows something.
Yeah, he knows something. But before we get into it, let me paint the picture for you guys. So they were at dinner. Tamar invited them to dinner to tell them that she might be going to Nigeria. Now, in the midst of that dinner, Towanda randomly just runs off and says, "Oh, I have to throw up." Now, she's 40 plus years old. I don't think they ate yet, so I don't know if she got food poisoning that fast. But why is she running off that fast if she's not... I mean, she
like
did have
Tamar
a dream
said,
it's
about
either
fish.
food poison or pregnant.
I'll let y'all go first.
Uh-oh, he said say the best for last.
I mean, so she did have a dream about fish, and usually that indicates
You know
that
what that
someone
means.
is
Oh,
pregnant.
absolutely.
But I've
That's-
never
I've
heard
never
it
heard
said
Oh, yes.
if you yourself have the dream, that means that you're pregnant. I've never heard it that way. I've heard it in that if you have the dream, someone
Somebody
in your circle
yes,
is pregnant.
yes.
So wait, who had the dream again?
Towanda did.
Oh, so
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's definitely possible to have a child at 40 something. My mom had me at 42. So, but I personally, why would you want to? I don't know. You know?
I was just thinking money.
Oh,
like,
why would
I
she
want to have a lot of kids, and I'm like, if I have money, I'm just.
But at 40,
but she doesn't.
I have to.
Not like that. No.
Wow.
Not.
I know, I get what you mean. Yeah, but she's not a Beyonce to just be popping them out. Like, good point, because I was actually watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and Carly, she's like 50 something, and so they're like, what is this way with all these older women trying to have babies, and they already have these grown children? So she's like, what is that move? Why do people want to do that? And I'm like, I don't get it either. I mean, if I'm 50 something, they're like, just be a granny. If you want kids, let your kids have kids and just live through them, but stop trying to be 60 and popping a kid.
Well, Carly's a different character. She's about attention.
But
so
this is a lot of
50.
older, but you've seen a lot of older celebrities. They just want like kids.
Janet just had one at 50.
Because some people, once their kids grow up, they still have that, like, I want to be a
mother
mom.
thing,
And my kids are grown. And they're starting their families.
Yeah.
So
I think we're just not used to seeing it. Like, back in the day, once you reach that peak, that was it. Nowadays, it's like the new thing. Like, 60, let's get it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
if you did see it, it was like, oops, we didn't really mean for it to happen, but here it is.
Maybe
now
but
it's like,
status thing too. Like, I have money to do this because they have to go through the whole. Not only that, but the whole process in making that happen.
IV and all that.
Yeah,
but
that can be pricey.
It can be pricey. But I do want to say, if anyone can get pregnant at that age, that is a blessing. So cool. If you can do it, kudos to you, because that is a true blessing.
So here's
but what you got?
So
he got something. Let me.
Y'all know I have not. This is the thing. I love Towanda. I even like Sean as a person.
Oh, you do?
I do. And I like them together. I think they make.
He always got something to say, but okay.
I think they make a dope couple if it's real. However, everything about this just screams not authentic. Like, it just screams like something's up. And to me, the quick runaway with the I gotta throw up.
Forced.
Random, staged. I don't think she's pregnant. And then Toni turning around and being like, "Do you think she's pregnant?" Like, right into the camera. All of that was staged. Like, you just can't. Do you think? Now, I don't, in reality shows, some of it is real, and a good portion of it is real, but sometimes you have to literally go back and shoot scenes, as if you're a real actor. I feel like this is one of those pickups. They had to go back and shoot this scene in order to put this story together for it to make sense.
Yeah.
That's it.
Take back. Gotta edit this. Okay. I can see that.
So I just don't think she's pregnant.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I'm sorry I had to say this, but you put it out there. I honestly feel like now it's been like how many seasons of this show?
6.
I feel like the whole show is forced. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I had to put it out there, you guys. I'm sorry. Because after I watched it, I noticed that we're coming to an end. It's kind of like I feel like all the storylines are good, but it's kind of like it's not juicy enough for TV, in my opinion, anymore. Because I feel like if they keep going, they're gonna have to keep digging and digging. And we see how they are with couples, and it's not too fascinating. So I don't know. Maybe there's just me.
I can feel that. It's definitely not as juicy as it was when it first started. Yeah.
When it first came out, listen, y'all, I was in it. I was with it. But now I'm like,
I feel like I don't know if it's that they're not being as open as they were when they first started. So now we're missing out on like the authenticity of the show, or if it's, as a result, like, Toni's not telling us anything. I'm not showing you my kids. So it's like we don't see anything.
Yeah.
We see a quick moment of her doing a show. They don't even let us hear the whole performance. So we don't even know what she sounds like live anymore, really. Like, it's just, I don't know. Just everything about the show, like you said, is kind of...
It's predictable. We're either going to see a sister fight, a new man, or some relationship, something, or...
And they don't even fight as much. I mean, not that we want them to fight, but they don't even fight as much as they used to.
Or work. So it's kind of like, they're just predictable. But hey, let's know what you guys think.
R1997_ in the chat room said, "I really do feel like the show is staged now." And he said Trina said that she's been engaged since 2017. What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait,
But thank you.
Engaged? Oh, this 2019. So 2 years? We ain't gonna put that out there just yet. Okay. I mean, if y'all got the tea, keep spilling.
Right,
But
well, chat room is popping. Jump in the chat room.
well, I
Let us
mean,
know
since
what you
y'all
think.
beat us to it, let's just get to our news and gossip.
Oh. Yes, this is your boy Tyler Tyson with the news and gossip for this week. There's not much to actually.
Let the be. I'm just kidding. me didn't even
All
drop.
right, I was too anxious. My bad.
Like he said, we doing
kidding, I'm
the news
kidding.
My bad. My bad.
I'm just
trying to-
kidding.
Listen,
No, that's your cue, honey. Catch
because
it.
listen, the moment we wrap, it's time to pack and get ready for this Memorial
No, I
Day
love it.
vacation.
I love it. Yes. That's your cue, honey. Kill it.
So actually, there's not really much to report. I guess the very first thing that I'll start with that came across the screen for me was this picture that Tamar posted on her page, and the Jasmine brand picked it up. And basically, she said the Instagram post said, "Oh yeah, watch now." Basically talking about Braxton's family values. So what it is basically is Tamar being real petty and real shady, because if you remember, we're in season 6. Season 6 technically started last year in 2018. They stopped production because all of the sisters, except Traci, banded together, walked off set, shut down production because they wanted to renegotiate their contract in the middle of the season. That's not really heard of, and WeTV said, well, we're going to keep filming, and they filmed with just Traci, and they brought in some friends, and that's how they kind of left the show last year, and then fast forward to now, we pick it up. So if you've noticed, Tamar has not been advertising the show. Every other sister will post something and say, catch Braxton Family Values live on this channel, blah, 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 blah. She's not saying anything. And so I guess I don't know if it's in the contract to promote or not, but this is her petty way of promoting. It just simply said, oh yeah, watch the show.
It's extremely
That kind of
petty.
just backs up. Just let the show go. Let this be the last season.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
Period.
nobody really wants to
It's
do the
not
show.
buzzing like it. Just let it go. We're just gonna leave it at that. Just
And
let it
then
go.
also there was a video of Tamar on vacation with her boo, David, and she's bragging about how fine he looks and all this stuff. So yeah,
In the
play-
video too.
Look how he said it. I mean, he doesn't look bad for his age. I'll give him that. I like as far as, you know.
She was trying to cover with a top.
That kiss was disgusting.
Wait.
They weren't on one accord with
They
that kiss.
were not. Baby, you just licked my lip.
I was not ready for that.
So Logan popped into the video. They were talking to Logan because they were like, they started kissing, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, my child is over there watching," and so Logan came over. But I don't. I mean,
my mom's face.
I just. I'm happy. I told y'all last episode, I am really happy that Tamar is in this relationship, because I do feel like when you're going through a breakup, the easiest way to get over somebody is to be under somebody else, regardless of how he looks.
That male's perspective right there.
It's the truth.
Disagreed.
It's the truth.
I partially agree with
The
see how the
easiest way.
posture's like-
I know the way. Listen, Sierra is looking at me like this. She has a whole gangster me on to the side like this. It's the truth, and the reason I say that is because when you're going through a breakup, there's so many emotions going on. Really, the person that you're getting over, you're still attached to, you're still vulnerable. There's a chance that he or she could say the right thing and possibly come back, even though you know that they're wrong for you. But if there's somebody there to occupy that lonely feeling that you have, and somebody that you're into, of course, that you feel like spending some time with, you slowly but surely forget that other person even existed, except for the drama that they bring into your life, which thus helps you get over them faster.
Unless they had a dangalang of gold.
Well, that's the special segment. We're going to
Yeah.
come. And that is Tyler Tyson with your news and your gossip.
Well, we're just gonna get straight into our
Ding-a-ling.
Dang-a-lang-a gold.
First day, baby, bring it over here.
Oh goodness. So, you know, we're trying to spice it up for you guys. So, our special segment today is, so if you have so you break up, right? And you move on. Do you think it's okay for you to talk about your past man situation, I shall say, while you have a new man? So, for example, Trina, you know, she used to date Gabe, rest in peace, Gabe, but they were talking about his dingling in a song, but you know, she's now dating Vaughn. So, do y'all think that's okay, or anybody, not just them?
Maybe the confirmation at the end that she gave, but while they were singing it, she wasn't participating in the song. She was just like,
But
you
she had
guys
to wrap
are
it up.
Did she know about the song? Because they wrote, because Toni, because I don't remember them singing
She
it
gave
to
a
her.
little solo at the end. She's
Well, I know that was her adding on to it. I thought she just picked it up because, you know, she used to
gotcha.
sing too. So I thought she just picked it up
Right.
real quick and jumped in.
But
think
because
it
they
was-
do make music on the spot like that.
Right, yeah.
anything kind of daddy. I know.
Hey, hey.
Oh, God, you had to copyright that.
Oh my goodness. I don't think it was appropriate for her to say it on camera.
I agree. You can.
You should not.
You can never do that.
Yeah, no,
Never.
especially if you have respect for your new relationship. I don't think you should talk about, your past dudes dingling.
I think it's even worse coming from the sisters. Because it's kind of like my family did it, so it makes it even like more like, dang, your family in on it too, not just so I think that made it even worse,
Yeah.
So my thing is, if you say this about Gabe, you have to like. I just feel like if I'm dating you and you make a comment about your ex and all that, you have to make a comment about me. Like you have to. You just have to. Because now my pride, like I want to know like that I'm putting it down at least as good as this dude. I mean, of course I want. No, I want to be better, but I at least got to be golden. If I can't be platinum, I need to at least be golden. And Natalia Tyson is platinum, by the way. But I need to at least be golden.
Ladies?
I'm just no.
Hit that chat.
No, I agree with that because it's just like, why? Not only is she's mourning over this, she's grieving, which is fine. Vaughn has been there for her, but it's like, okay, that's already tough for him to do.
Yeah.
And then you're going to comment on the man's
and make
thing.
it, and then too, it's like we're grieving Gabe, and I know the song's supposed to be Love and Light, but it's kind of like too, you're grieving him talking about his thing, and like you said too, Vaughn, they're just different. The Braxtons they're them.
But is that what ladies do? Do y'all do that in a normal because I feel
Say
like
about my ex dingling?
well, I mean, the guy that you're dating, the guy that you're dating in general, like do you the girls get together?
Actually, we talk about it like, yeah, that's something I'm gonna miss.
When girls get together, do they say, "Oh yeah, you know what? I'm dating." I don't want to keep using my name, but I'm dating Tyson, and Tyson is. Girl, he does this, he does that. Yeah, girl, because I'm dating so and so. He does this, but did he do this though? Like, do y'all do that?
Flip you around. No.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I don't think. Like, someone be like, dang, girl, I just got some. But, like.
Wait, do that again, please. Do that again. You have to do that again. Please. I wish we could create AfterBuzz memes. That was a meme right there.
I can't do it again, but it's like, woo! You just talking about, like, girl, I just did this, that, and third, but not, like, going, like,
Detail.
Like, y'all, he put it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it's somebody that was just, like, a screw around, but if it's someone I'm dating and I'm with, no, I'm not gonna talk
Yeah,
about
you can't
guys
disclose everything. Yeah,
That's how guys will not we get together. I think guys, we talk about the number. We talk about, oh yeah, I did this many, or we might not even put a number out there, but it's just we give the illusion or the story behind like, oh, I've been doing this for a minute. But we don't get into detail. Like we would never say, "Oh yeah, the girl I'm digging. This is how it is in the bedroom." For a couple of reasons. One, we don't want you coming at our girl, and two, we're not gonna disrespect. Also, we're not gonna disrespect her like that. But
yeah, I wouldn't even want my man to talk about.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Listen, sweetie,
What happens in the bedroom
stays in the
because I don't want your
bedroom.
homies looking at me either. Like,
Like, dang, she
got
fine
that.
and she can.
Yeah, let's not even do that. That's
She the perfect package. Thank you, but stop. Okay. But let us know what you guys think in the comments. And, for this segment, we really want to know what you guys think. So, give us all your juiciness, your stories.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to hear it. We can talk about it, next week with you guys. So, let's just get into our predictions moving forward.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Dang-a-ling-a go.
the dang ringing over. I done made my own little remix.
Okay. Predictions. So, I'm actually started off with you, Imani.
All right, so this whole Towanda is pregnant thing. I don't think she's pregnant, but I think they're going to kind of play on that, obviously, in the next episode, and maybe she's going to have a little pregnancy scare. Maybe I was going to say Planned Parenthood, but she's not going to be in no Planned Parenthood, but
Definitely not.
she's going to figure it out, why she threw up. It would have been, I don't know if it would be interesting if they kind of throw it on Tamar, because I think it's so obvious if she was the one to get up and throw up and all that stuff, so... Somebody got
Just give it a storyline.
Yeah, some type of storyline.
Well, I have given up on Miss E dating. I have finally let that
I
go.
keep forgetting about that. You really want to see
I
her
really
out
wanted
there.
to see it, but I've given up on that. But I do think that old girl will end up in Africa with David. I do. She's gonna take that trip, which I think she should. Towanda and Sean are gonna keep trying to fool us and keep trying to create this storyline.
But he likes Sean.
And Traci, and I think Traci's finally at some point before it's over. Maybe this will be the season finale, but she's gonna address things with Tamar, and that'll probably be a cliffhanger for yet another season.
That's good.
I think so. You know how all the boys are going with them to Napa Valley, and they're meeting each other for the first time. I think that's going to be one hell of a weird interaction. I think Kevin is going to purposely give them a hard time because he's the husband, and these are the boyfriends. So I kind of want to see that play out because I do think that we need to give the men more attention in this show. So yeah, I'm interested to see that.
One more thing. Did y'all see, well, of course y'all saw, when I want Tamar Braxton. I love trying to plan people's career. Tamar needs to do a CD, well, not CD, but an album with Toni. They need to do a sister album, just like a Mary Mary. It doesn't have to be gospel, of course, but just how Mary came together, Erika and Tina came together and did an album. They need to do an album. It
That
would
would
be
be dope.
bomb.
It
Would be bomb if they
Actually,
did
I'm gonna
that.
feed off of it. I think that's something I actually
That would
agree
be
with.
good.
I can see it.
Please, Tamar, Toni,
my God.
Toni, come off your
do
pedestal.
this album together. Please.
Yes.
That would be
dope.
That's my
great.
prediction. Yeah, I think that'd be wow.
That would be amazing.
Let me go in the
I'm
studio.
picturing the song.
I'm sending them this clip. And I'm gonna try to get LaTroy in. I'm trying to get somebody. We got to get somebody in here for an interview.
Yeah.
So whether
Yeah.
it's one of the
Dope.
sisters, one of the friends, an assistant, whoever, we need
I was just
somebody.
telling
in here.
David, at this
Yeah.
point, come.
I was just telling you, I think Towanda would be the sister to come. Because I actually tweeted her and she liked my tweet. Hi,
Hey Towanda,
girl.
what's up?
Hey,
What's up, boo?
Congrats.
We got a seat for you right there next to the fur.
Yes, and you next to the fur.
Somebody ring just thrown over there.
Why I look like somebody really sitting over there? Oh goodness. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Braxton Family Values. I'm your host, Sierra Stafford. You can find me on my social media at Sierra B. Stafford. And where can we find you, Imani?
And hey guys, you can find me on all social media platforms at Imani Ajax and at MoniJTV.com, where I'm covering everything pop culture.
And of course, you can get your entire life following me on all social media at the Tyler Tyson.
And you can follow me on all social media at Erika Joy H.
Yes, go follow us, guys.
Peace.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.